Today I want to talk about false lashes, especially in the context of looking for wonderful styles to suit your vintage-inspired outfits and aesthetics. I'm a false eyelash connoisseur. I have many brand recommendations that are wonderful and work very well for vintage-inspired looks. I'm just going to run through them really quickly. Just a bing bang boom list. We've got Besame Cosmetics. We've got Cara lashes that you can buy in packs of 12, 6, or 3. These are human hair lashes that are so simple and so elegant. Styled with the correct makeup, it's a damn good historically accurate replica of the makeup of the time that you're looking for, 50s, 60s, 20s. I also adore Likely makeup lashes as a bit of a venture into the realm of fantasy. Likely makeup lashes are vintage inspired and would have been worn by women of the past had they existed back then. I like to think that sometimes that's good enough for such a look. I also adore Elegant lashes. Now these are kind of theater lashes. Cirque du Soleil uses them. I think some of them were used in the Hunger Games. They're theater, they're film, they're TV, they're makeup, but many of them are interesting, strange, elegant, could work for a Peggy Moffat look, could work for a 1920s look, because there are these ones with a gorgeous band of normal lashes with little plastic beads on top. That was kind of a very chic thing among the flappers. There are a couple of lash companies that I really like and that I do use from time to time, but I would maybe just put them on the list of not great for fully immersive vintage inspired outfits. Blend Bunny lashes are quite nice, quite lustrous, quite thick, voluminous, but they do have that 2020s look to them. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not always ideal for a vintage look. The same goes for most 25mm lashes. Sometimes those are just not just too dramatic, but a little bit too 2020. You know, just kind of evokes like a goth girl with 15,000 followers on TikTok in 2020. You know what I'm talking about, I hope. I also adore Hell Bites Beauty lashes, but those are for when I'm going for like high goth, high drama, not for when I'm hoping to kind of be able to time travel if I were given the option to. Another great lash source for vintage inspired looks are manga lashes on Amazon. These are often really cheap, not terribly well made. I've never had any kind of allergic reaction, or, you know, you don't always know where Amazon stuff comes from, and that's sometimes a concern, but I've never had a problem with these lashes. And when it comes to bottom lashes, like the ones I have on now, they just look stunning and fill that Shelley Duvall shaped hole in your heart. Now, I'm a purveyor of high quality to low quality lashes. High quality or low quality, I want my lashes to last. I don't want to be throwing these little plastic pieces of garbage into the trash all the time. I like to breathe new life into my lashes. For example, these Likely makeup lashes I have on right now, they are $16.66. That's steep for just one pair of lashes. I know, I'm the first to realize. I use them sparingly, I use them wisely, I make them last as long as possible. Likely makeup lashes says they last around 12 uses. I can't throw $16.66 in the trash. I just can't. So what I do to prolong lashes like these, one thing I do is sometimes when they're just seeming a little ragged around the edges, I'll make them raggeder. And what I mean by that is I will take the clumpiest, gloopiest mascara while they're on my face, run the brush through, clump it up, just get it clumpy, borderline spider legs on your eyes. That's a look. That's a look to me. I really enjoy clumpy lash looks. Once they're maybe missing, you know, a hair here or there, or they're the bands kind of got gloop on it, lean into that. This is just an example of what I did with these lashes here. A less frugal and less wise person would throw them in the trash. I am giving them a second life as the clumpy lashes. Another thing I'd like to do is what I call the Franken lash. I tend to save busted lashes in what I call the lash graveyard, and I snip them into little bits and just haphazardly, sometimes symmetrically, sometimes not, glue them onto my eyes in my own custom configurations. I have a way more in-depth tutorial about that on my TikTok, but it is like scrolls back, so I just put the content of what I'm doing on the screen and hoping it makes sense. We are going to take an inventory of all of the disposable, going to be trash anyway lashes that are in our possession. These are looking a little worse for wear. I'm considering doing something with these. This has only one lash left. I don't know where the other one went, so it's going to get cut up into little pieces and incorporated into the look. These are some, just to give you a baseline for regularity in terms of your lash on the top and on the bottom. This is a monstrosity of trash lashes that are going to be repurposed for spike, for a dramatic effect, that sort of thing. I like to make little dabs at it instead of one long swipe. I'm going to use these Editorial mango lashes. I believe they are Japanese, but I'm not 100% sure. So these are going on top as the base for the Franken lash. Lashes on, nothing special, just wait. Now I'm going to put these Lasgoos, Lasgoos, bottom lashes on as just the simple foundation for everything crazy that's going on top. Now what I want to do is start building volume at random points on my eye. I like to focus drama on the middle of my eyelash strip because I find that that looks very interesting, and I really, really like how that looks. These special, very small, very precise scissors. I think the comparable thing you could get is embroidery scissors. I don't know what these are used for specifically, but embroidery scissors seem like a similar kind of size and shape. So I just cut off 3 little spikes from another mango lash that was going in the trash anyway. I am reapplying some lash glue on the edge and middle where I want them to be and stick out. Perfect. Well, I'm waiting for that to dry. I have plans for this loose Miss Piggy lash that I have. I am going to snip it into several bits. I want my spiky outcrop of lash to be about yay long. So that's going to be coming jutting out from the top of my eye. And I'm going to do the same thing in the next little cluster of lashes. Now this at the top is dry, and I'm going to just pop that right there. Squeezing it down, kind of making it flush with my eyelid. That's sometimes the hardest part. But do you see how there's just a little bit of zhuzh in the center of my eye? That is kind of intriguing. Yes. And I'm just putting the lash glue over top of everything to just serve as an anchor over the lashes I've already done. Now I'm putting this long outcrop right in the middle of, that looks awful, hold on. Right there. Another one right here. For my last 2 additions, these identical wispy long lashes, I'm going to cut them up and put them on the bottom. I have another pair right here that's a little more mangled, but I think I can work with it. And then I'm going to add an extra set of spikes from this spiky lash cluster, which has glue on it, don't worry about that. This spiky lash cluster is going to go right on the edge on each side. So let me cut, snip, glue, and I'll show you what it looks like. The great thing about Franken lashes is you can make trash into a really high art, editorial, practically, look on your face. I like to keep my lash stash big. I like to have a lot to work with. We all know Amazon is overflowing with lashes from strange companies. I get ones called Lasgoos, I get ones called Idevro. There's a lash company on there, I shit you not, called Poop Lunch. I'm dead serious, look it up if you don't believe me. Poop Lunch. I don't want to put that shit on my eyes. But I will say, certain purposes, Amazon does get the job done. I hope Jeff Bezos goes balder, but I really do lean on the Amazon cosmetic inventory when I feel it's appropriate and when I am strapped for cash. I'm a struggling makeup artist. I'm trying to make ends meet. I'm trying to do my damn best to make really cool looks, and it's a means to an end, unfortunately. So those are my beautiful, wonderful little lash life hacks. If you have any questions, especially about different lash companies for different eras that you're interested in, please feel free to shout out in the comments. I have thought about this way too much. So, till next time.